Well, this is quite shocking, really. I look like Marilyn Manson's younger sister. Quite ill.
This is all done in post-production, wasn't it?
Now this was done for real, and it sort of was the beginning of our relationship with water in videos, which we'll explore further down the line. This video is directed by Chris Cunningham, who went on to make videos for Aphex Twin and for Madonna. Two of our favorite videos, actually, Come to Daddy by Aphex Twin and Window Licker by Aphex Twin. It was done in 2 days. One of the days entailed us spending about 10 hours underwater in this scuba pool. And this is a man-made sort of lake pond sort of thing, which they had to do bacterial tests on the day to make sure that we weren't going to catch any weird diseases. In the scuba pool with divers swimming around us, and we'd like film for about 30 seconds as long as we could hold our breaths. And I remember having extremely bloodshot eyes at the end of the day, just from spending so much time in a heavily chlorinated pool.
Yeah, we all weighted down as well.
Yeah.
And we had about 10 foot to swim up for air, so if we didn't get air from these divers with the oxygen tubes, and there was serious panic going on because you had to swim up with the weight on your back.
Yeah, they'd feed us air in between takes. It was very hard to communicate with Chris, the director, because you kind of communicating with him underwater. And this particular bit here, it wasn't 36 degrees that day. It was actually
freezing.
It was completely freezing, and they had like a bath of hot water in the sort of dressing room, which I was continuously jumping in and out of in order to not to catch a death of cold.
And this guy, he was freezing his nuts off.
Yeah, that's a guy called Nick that I went to college with. I remember getting lockjaw, actually, during this video shoot, because there's just all the tension in my jaw from biting on the air, the nozzle thing that they give you in order to keep you alive under there. And there's so much tension from being underwater all that time that, my jaw kind of locked. And I remember getting really pissed off with these underwater cameramen, because they were taking the piss out of me afterwards.
And those are hired instruments and were never used after this performance.
After this video, we swore that we'd never make another video underwater, and we actually did a couple years later.